Hey guys, hope everybody's doing alright. I just wanted to do an update. I'm leaving this Sunday to go back home for the summer in Texas. So it's like 4 or 5 days away. So I'm pretty stressed out because I need to pack and I need to do laundry. I need to clean my room and all this stupid shit. I have some car issues going on and I'm broke and just all this stupid shit that's happening. And I have my last final tomorrow. So I don't know, like the past couple weeks I've just been kind of checked out trying to just deal with stuff and I don't know, I'm gonna be very, very relieved once I finally just get all this crap done this week because as of right now I'm just barely kind of pushing through the anxiety, you know? So I really wanted to just mention that, well, this entire time I'm making videos on YouTube, I've kind of talked about how I haven't been forthcoming with my parents about all my anxiety issues and depression and, you know, everything that encompasses SA. And I finally, last week, really kind of came out and said it to my mom. There was like this big kind of fight happening between my sister and my dad because we always take out student loans and they always have this huge issue of co-signing because we don't have enough credit, you know, to warrant a $20,000 loan, you know what I mean? So in order for us to go to school every year, they have to co-sign, and my dad always is pretty much a jerk about it, so my sister was planning on taking summer classes because she's trying to graduate as soon as she can. She's been taking kind of longer. This is like already her 5th year, but she's gone to community college and she's figured out what she wants to do now. So, you know, I think it's fine. I think they should just support her. You know, she has a clear plan. She's, you know, following through. I don't see what the huge deal is because they don't pay our loans, they don't pay interest, they don't pay our bills. It's kind of like all we need you to do is sign your name, and it's just all the stupid shit that's been an issue ever since we started college. And basically, my sister doesn't help around the house. She lives at home. All my family lives at home. My parents, my brother, my sister, and I live here. And basically, she doesn't help around the house when everybody works and my brother's in school. And she has just all these things. She has a cat. She doesn't clean out the litter box often enough, and just all this stuff, stupid stuff. Doesn't clean her room, you know, whatever. And for my dad, who's like a complete hard ass, I mean, they don't have a good relationship. I think I have a slightly better relationship with him because we just don't fight as much, flat out. I can handle him better, where she's very confrontational. She just is, and she will just, they fight, obviously. They're both very stubborn. That's just their personalities. So my dad, I guess, before he said he would sign her loans for the summer, he was going to lay down the law and have all these conditions, and whenever it's something about my sister, it's like they always lump us in as, oh, the girls have to do this because they don't want to act like they're singling out just her or just me, which complete bullshit, but whatever. So basically, my sister was upset and all this kind of stuff, and because I hadn't heard about it, but she called me like the day after and said how my dad was talking on the phone to my mom and said that she had to be nicer to him, you know, act like she cared for him, and she has to clean her room and all this kind of stuff. And cleaning her room, all this kind of stuff is not a big deal, you know, but it's just the way he did it and the fights they've been having and stuff. So she just basically freaked out and has barely been home and has completely ignored them and hasn't talked to them since. But anyway, that same day, you know, she called me and she's upset, and so I straight away called my mom because I wanted to figure out what the hell was going on, you know. And we basically started fighting too. And it all just kind of came to a head. I mean, I don't have a great relationship with my dad at all, but in some ways he's a more honest person. I know where I stand with him. Whereas with my mom, it's always been a very kind of undefined, shaky kind of relationship where, I mean, we can gossip or we can go shopping together, but it's we just don't relate. I don't know, I can't explain it, and not that I'm here to complain about my parents so much and all this kind of stuff, but it's just, I don't know, we don't have that connection, really. Anyway, so we were fighting on the phone, and she's a very non-confrontational person. I mean, the most passive-aggressive person I know. I mean, really. And So we just kind of got into it on the phone, and I wouldn't let her back off, and I was like, no, what did what happened? What did they say? Or what, all this kind of stuff. And she basically got me. She was really pissed at me, and she didn't want to talk to me, and blah, 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 and she ended up hanging up on me. And I was so pissed, and normally I would kind of let it go, but it was like I was hurt and pissed at the same time, so I called her right back. And I mean, she was nasty with me a few times, and it was this whole big thing where I can't even explain it, because it's just so many emotions just going back and forth on the phone. I mean, I was like, I had to pull over and I parked in the parking lot and start crying, which is like totally, not like sobbing, but just like I was so frustrated and angry, and like just done with all this crap that's been going on for so many years. And so basically I just like flat out told her, you don't know me, you don't call me, you don't ask me about school, you don't ask me about boyfriends, you don't ask me about any, you know what I mean? There's just no real connection there. And I'm like, I just told her, just how frustrated and everything I was. And because it's not like I can't see both their sides. I see where my parents are coming from, and I see where my sister's coming from, but I'm just sick of all the stupid attitudes getting in the way, you know what I mean? And it's like, people just need to get over themselves. And so, I would say that and be like, maybe things wouldn't be such an issue if we all could actually kind of, I don't know, talk, So anyway, she was just pissed, and she didn't want to be blamed for things and all this kind of stuff, and, it all just kind of came to a point. I don't even remember how exactly, and I just told her, you know that I've been having anxiety problems, I brought this up before. I never said it completely blank out, like, to her face, you know what I mean, like, I have anxiety, or I have social anxiety, I'm depressed, but it was definitely, I talked about it with my sister, and she just knew, so I just, like, told her, and I kind of threw it in her face, like, if you really knew me, you would know that I've failed classes over the past year, that I can't handle this, I'm overwhelmed, it's not for me being lazy, because she started being, like, really judgmental, like, what the hell's going on, which isn't really a shock, and whatever. I mean, I expected that kind of reaction, but I was like, it's not from being lazy, it's not from going out crazy and having fun, it's from honestly not being able to handle it, I'm just, like, I'm pushed really to the edge, like, this whole year has been really just extremely frustrating, and, like, just completely hellish, and I don't know, so I just kind of, like, blobbed it all out, and I don't know, she kind of started being supportive after that, and we still were kind of fighting and, saying crap to each other, but it was a little bit better. I mean, I'm glad I finally got off my chest, whatever. And I told her that I really, if I was going to come home this summer, I said in my last video, I think, that I have to go home this summer to watch my brother for all these different reasons, and it's kind of interfering with plans I had for school and other stuff, so I just told her, if I'm coming home this summer, I need to see a counselor, and I just need to work on this if I can even think of coming back next year and surviving, and having any chance of getting through all those classes. And she was like, well, of course we'll do that, of course, your dad will pay for that, insurance will cover it and we'll be fine. I'm like, okay, and it helped. And I don't know, it was just so many things all at once, and I'm glad we had the conversation. It was over a week ago, and I didn't make a video because it was just too, like, in my head, and I still can't really step back from it and kind of look at it clearly, but, so anyway, hopefully this summer I will be able to talk to someone. Hopefully it'll be someone I like, and I'll actually make some progress, because this next year is already, like, freaking me out. The thought of it, of, like, coming back and having, like, 6 classes, that's insane, especially for someone with social anxiety. When it affects them in the way that does me anyway. So yeah, yay, I found it to my mom. Pretty sure she told my dad. At first I told her I didn't want her to tell him, but obviously he was going to be paying for counseling, he kind of has to know. So I don't know. I'm pretty sure she told him, because a couple days after he called me and being nice, extra nice, like more nice than normal, because he doesn't call me. I maybe talked to him a few times over the months that I'm not at home, like maybe 2 or 3 times, honestly. But so I don't know. I really don't want to talk about it, I think that's also why I haven't made a video. Once it kind of was out there, I felt so just vulnerable, like I can't take it back. You know what I mean? And just, like, I think for so long I wouldn't tell them or say anything really honest, because I didn't want you know, my image to change. I didn't want them to think of me differently, you know. Anyway, all this kind of stuff. And so I'm kind of extra nervous to go home because I just don't want to be like sat down and them trying to have this like honest conversation with me, because we've never done that, and I don't know, I can't go there. And I said that in other videos too, it's just I can't go there, like just emotionally it freaks me out. I don't know how I'll handle it. I mean, I'm sure I can kind of figure it out, but as of right now I'm kind of extra nervous to go home and excited at the same time, just to get away from my situation here, which has been very stressful. So yeah, that's what I want to talk about. There's other stuff going on, but I don't feel like making a second video. So hope I make a video soon before I leave, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.